Hello and welcome to the tutorial of MX Success Introduction to Built-in Functions Basic Course Tutorial by Mahit Khan. And this lesson we'll be learning an introduction to functions. What is function? What are the uses of functions? What are the categories of function and using of functions? Basic datetime functions, and this basic datetime function we learn now function, date function, month function, year function. Text function, and the text function category we learn concatenation, we learn lowercase function and uppercase function, left function and right function, trim function, format function, conversion and math functions, format currency function, Ccur function, and round function. So as you can see that we have a lot of ground to cover in this lesson, and to see the introduction of functions, the definition of function is a built-in algorithm that performs some calculation based on data you specify and return a result called a function. Uses for functions are possible in table properties and calculated fields. We can use the function. We can use the function in form and report controls. We can use the function in filter conditions. We can use the function in macro argument, and we can use the function in Visual Basic Code. The function categories in Microsoft Access, there are more than 100 built-in functions are available. We'll be not focusing each and every one of it, but we'll be covering some basic of the function in this lesson, and we'll be focusing more of them in detail in our advanced lesson. But as you can see that the function categories are available: arrays, conversion, database, datetime, domain, aggregate, error handling, financial, general, inspection, math, messages, program flow, SQL, aggregate, and text. And we can enter a function like this. In this you can see it here, the built-in function, and this in the middle column, these categories are listed here, like for example arrays, conversion. You can see these, and we can enter them like this in our expression builder. Using a function, how can we use the function? For example, the function name, begin with the function name. For example, a new price 1, and with the beginning of this parenthesis, open parenthesis. Argument is first argument separated with comma. Each argument is separated with comma, and this is the additional argument, and here is the close parenthesis. This would be the format of function. The now function return a date specifying the current date and time according to your computer system and date and time. The now function has no function argument, but these parentheses is must. We have to type them from the keyboard. The date function returns the current system date. The date function has no function argument, but we have to type these parentheses from keyboard. The month function extract a whole number from 1 to 12 from a date value. Month, date, variant, numeric expressions, string expression, etc. that can represent a date. The year function returns an integer that represent the year part of a specified date. So with this, lot of others function which I have given the definition during the lesson. So let's move to the lesson and practice this in Microsoft Access. Last modified field, click on the default value field, and now function will bring in automatic current date, today's date with the time. Click outside of this default value, click on this data sheet view, save the database, move to the last record, click on this new record insertion button. Let's move to the most right. We can see here that today's date and time is inserted. So this way we can save a lot of time by inserting, if needed, the date function and the now function. So we have seen that the now function return a date specifying the current date and time according to your computer system date and time. The now function has no function arguments, and the date function returns the current system date. The date function also has no function arguments, but it's required these parentheses. The month function extracts a whole number from 1 to 12 from a date value, and the month function required one argument, variant numeric expression, string expression, etc. that can represent a date. The year function returns an integer that represents the year part of a specified date. Year function also required one argument. It can be variant numeric expression, string expression, etc. that can represent a date. So to demonstrate the month function and date function, we'll be using one of our database, Quickbook sales. Open this database, enable the data. There are a lot of tables, lot of queries, few forms, and one report of invoice. But we'll be using for this tutorial to demonstrate the month function and date function, we'll be using this QRY orders. In this query we can see that here is a book ID, here is a book name, transaction date, retail price, and sum of quantity. Jump to the design view. Here we can use the date function. In order to use the date function, we would like to open the builders, the expression builder, and these are the built-in function of Microsoft Access. In the date and time function, here is the month function. Double click on this month function and write the argument here, which is in this case a transaction date field. Transaction date is, I type it, it's pop up. Double click this transaction date field, and this is our month function. Click OK. This is an expression. An automatic name is given by Microsoft Access. To run the query, you can see that here is the month Feb, month March, and April. So we have extracted the month part from the transaction date. So that does not make any sense in this case, but to make it more meaningful, we would like to make the expression once more. Click on design view. So if I'd like to delete this field, and under this current transaction date, and with the month function and the year function, we would like to see the records of a particular month from a particular year. So let's write an expression. We can write it direct here, month. Here is the month function, and expression is transaction date equal to 3, and year function. Again transaction date, equal to 2007. Like this, like this, for example. Now when we run the query, we can see that we got 2 records in the month of March in 2007. So that's how we can extract a particular part from the date field. So if we want to get only the year from the date field, we would be write our expression like year colon and then year run the query. Run the query, and we got here the year function, you can see. So that's how we can use the month function in year function. In order to know about different function, the text function is an important one. We used to use the concatenate function in Microsoft Excel, and many of you, if you have used Microsoft Excel and little bit an advanced version, and if you are a little bit advanced version user, you will know that the concatenate function we use to together the strings. For example, the first name, if the first name is in one field and the last name is in the second field, so we used to use the concatenate in Microsoft Excel to bring them in one field and to put them together in one field. But there is no concatenate in Microsoft Excel. There is no concatenate in Microsoft Excel, but it doesn't mean that we can't concatenate Microsoft Excel. We can concatenate the strings in Microsoft Excel with the help of ampersand. Ampersand is the operator which we used to bring the string to one field and combine them. And we can also use the plus operator, and the plus operator go one step forward, combine two strings to form one string and propagate null values. If one value is null, the entire expression evaluate to null. So let us practice the ampersand and the plus operator to concatenate in Microsoft Excel by using the text functions. To demonstrate the concatenation, which is not available in Microsoft Excel, but we will be using the ampersand sign and the plus sign. For this, we will be using one of our exercise database, Ccur employees. Open that database, enable content, And we first of all need to run this query, and here we can see that employee ID, first name, middle initial and last name, and email, and office extension, job title and department. These all fields are listed here, but what we want to do, we want these first name, middle initial and last name in one field, in one calculated expression. So go to the design view and insert here in a new field. We'll be using first name, ampersand and last name. Click OK and bring this column to here beside the last name. Run query. So it is concatenated, but there isn't any space. Let us insert a space here. With this selected, press this expression builder and press quotation, space, quotation in ampersand. Let's see how this looks like. Run. Here we have inserted the space. Every time a space is between the first name and middle, the second name is inserted. But what if we want to insert this middle initial in this? So let's try this. Again, click here and open the expression builder and middle initial. So basically middle initial will be coming here like this. Double click middle initial, delete this expression, insert ampersand, and here is also we need to insert the quotation space quotation mark in order to insert a space between the first name and the middle initial and then the last name. So we have to delete this end. Okay, run this query. The expression you enter contain an invalid syntax. Let's see what invalid syntax is in there. Builder, first name, and here we need to insert one more ampersand like this. Now okay, run the expression and you will find out that it has inserted this. But what if we want to insert a period and after this middle initial? So how will we do this? Though it has worked, it is fine, but I can see that here is a double space. Let's see, go to this builder and maybe we can reduce one space. Run. Oh sorry, okay, and run. And now this is okay. With one space this middle initial is inserted. And let's jump back to the design view and click in this, change this expression 1 to full name. Now run the query. So far so good. Now we want to insert here a period. in front of this middle initial. After this middle initial character, so let's open our builder again. In order to insert this period and from here we are going to insert this parenthesis, and we are going to delete this ampersand and inserting plus operator, as we can concatenate with the plus operator as well, plus, and here we want the period, the dot, the full stop. So close this parenthesis, and now your function look like this: full name, first name, ampersand, this parenthesis open, quotation, space, quotation, plus middle initial, plus quotation, dot, quotation close, parenthesis close, and last name. Press OK, press run. Now we can see that when, okay, there's one mistake, that a space is not available between, if there is not any middle initial available, then the space is not found. So we need to correct this. Go to the design view, go to the builder, and we can see that so first name and ampersand and middle initial plus, here we would like to insert another quotation and ampersand. Now when we run this expression, now here is what the full expression look like. Press OK, run this expression. Now we can see that it is correctly concatenated in one field, the first name, the middle initial, and the last name. If there is middle initial available, it is inserted and a dot is inserted, and if there isn't any middle initial, then only the space is inserted. So that's how we concatenate in Microsoft Access. Though the word or the function built-in concatenate is not available like it is available in Microsoft Excel, but we can do it with the help of this ampersand and plus operator, ampersand sign, ampersand operator, and plus operator. So to demonstrate the case function, because it is also one of the important function of the text function, the case function return a string that has been converted to lowercase. Similarly, the uppercase or ucase function return a string that is being converted to uppercase. So let's practice it in Microsoft Access. We'll be using our report RPT employee list. Double click this report. Look at this R full name field. This is the information which is coming from this employee information query, this full name, and look at this report here. Info is coming here. So let me close this query, and we are going to use the text function ucase function. Let's jump to the design view, click on this full name field. We are already on the data tab, and we can see that the source of this report is Ccur employee information. click back in the full name field and look at this data, and the full name field is displayed here, and these are all the fields of the query. But we actually want these, go to the data sheet, we want to see all these names in uppercase. So to do this, we need to use the uppercase function, ucase function. Delete this and go to the expression builder. There are all the built-in functions. Go to the text function and you will get here this ucase function, and here we'll give the field name, this full name field, and that's it, because the ucase function required only one expression argument which we have been provided. Press OK. Go to data sheet view, design view. So we have written our expression like this. To see it once more, ucase full name is an expression. Press OK. Be careful with this. This name should be different from this field name. So we got an error because of this when the name full name was same here, and it was then generating a mistake, and I added 1 here, so this is now full name 1, and this is uppercase full name. Function is applied. Run this, look at this, all the name has peacefully changed to uppercase. Very good. So with this, all these the full name is now in uppercase. Let's try the lowercase. Design view, go to the expression builder, change this U to L, and your complete text function is now changed to L case. Press OK and run the report. So we can see that there isn't any uppercase now. All the full name is being changed to lowercase. This is how the upper and lowercase work in Microsoft Access. Let's go back to the uppercase. Okay. Press OK and run the report. Here is that all the records changed to uppercase and this full name field. So go back. Suppose if you want to back your original data, then you will go to the design view, and from here you will select the full name field and you will run your report. That's how your original data is look like. I hope you understand, guys. Those were some important text function, the 2 text function, uppercase and lowercase function. So we have to still work on 2 more text function, right function and left function. Right function returned a variant string containing a specified number of characters from the right side of the string. Left function returned a variant string containing a specified number of characters from the left side of string. Left function and right function require 2 arguments, string, comma, length. String is the field reference on the table, and the field in the table on which you are going to apply the left function or the right function, and the length is the character that you want to show, and it is applied on both on the right function and the left function. So to demonstrate that in Microsoft Access, let's move to Microsoft Access. Let's open a database to demonstrate the left function in the right function. Introduction to built-in function. Quickbook on sales. And for this particular exercise, we will be opening a frame customer info. In this form, we can see that some basic general info about the customer is displayed, and then contact information and the order information and the payment information. The order statistic and the payment information on file is disabled. A end user cannot click here, but we can only click here. So in order to show the right function, we would like to hide all these number of the credit card. We want to only show the last 4 numbers. So to do this, let's move to the design view. And the design view, we can see that if we go to the property and look at this property, the enable button is set to no. You can set it to no or yes, but it is the same way it is for this. Like if you click here, here, look at this is the enable, and like this, here. And look at this, it is enabled to no. The user cannot click it, but we would like to change this to apply the right function on this, and go to the control source here, click on this expression builder shortcuts, delete this, built-in function, text function, and there we must be finding right function. Look at this, right. So the string is the field. We want to give here a C credit card number, and in the length we just want to write the numeric character 4. Look at this cheat sheet. Right is the function, string is the field name, and length is 4. Okay, look at this, equal sign is added. This means Microsoft Access recognize this. Run the form to view it in a. You can see here the last 4 digit is displayed because of the security reason. The whole card is not shown. So let's take this one step further. Suppose we want the placeholder for the omitted digits. Let's go back, jump back to the design view. The same field is selected. Open your expression builder. Begin it with quotation. Quotation, asterisk 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, and close quotation mark, and then the ampersand sign. Clear? And I think it will work. Now this is your expression. Press OK button and make it a little bigger that you can see it. This is your expression. Let's run it to see whether if it is working. Run the form. Here you are, and we have shown asterisk in place of the omitted digits. So this is how your right function is working. So with that said, To demonstrate a left function, here is a report, RPT invoice, sorry. We don't want this. Okay, so I had opened my another database. In this database we have got this employee list. To demonstrate a left function in this report, we would like to insert a group function. To insert a group, we would like to click this on group and sort button. As you see, we have received an option to add a group or add a sort. We would like to add a group. Here are all the fields on which we can group here, and down here is one more option. It is an expression, and we would like to insert an expression for the grouping, and that would be the left. Go to built-in function, text, and take left. Here is the left, and left here we need to take the field name. So we need to show here the full name in order to give the string part. Sorry, we have to type here the square bracket, last name, select last name, comma 1. So once we have that type out, click OK. You can see that this new section is inserted here, and when we run our data, go to Home tab, view this, so the data is not going to change. So let's move back to the design view and insert here a blank text box. Delete the extra side of this text box. We want to write a here. Once again we write here the expression of the left. So built-in function, go to the text, find out the left function. Here again begin with the square bracket, the last name, and comma, and one character we would like to display from the first name, and it would be the first character of the name. Okay, insert it, keep it here in this corner like this, and like this. Run the report. Now we got here the the last name of the person. Look at this from the bottom. The name is Devon H. Barter, Keith Cotton, C. The same way, Terry L. Crawford is beginning with C, and Rex C. Clay is also beginning with his last name is also Clay, is beginning with the C. So let's little bit change it like this. Let's take the font a little bit bigger. Click here and this and find out the font. For example, we want 14 and we want the color, let me see, blue. Now when we run this, it looks quite different now, a bit better. We can change it a little bit more. For example, we do not want it that big, we want it this much, and omit this extra space like this, and here it look good. And if we don't want to see these borders, what we will do for this, we will go to the design view, in the same field go to the format, find out the borders. Where are the borders? Border width, border style, border color. Border color is set to transparent. Where is the transparent? There are too many options. Transparent is here in the border style. So with that selected, close this property window, run the form again. Now we can say that the report is grouped by the first letter of the last name. We want to change the places a little bit to bring it this department order to the line of this department order. Go to design view and move this, bring it here like this. We can do this. And we can also do this, that we can repeat these department name and email on each and every record. For this we will go to this design view. We will take this back to this old place. Select these. Press Ctrl C from your keyboard. Click here. Ctrl V, take this to its original place, move, keep it here. Now when you run your report, you will see that this heading is repeating on every group of records separately. So that's how you can use your right function and your left function. I hope you understand this. And one last function that we would like to demonstrate from the category of text function is the trim function. For this we will be using this Quickbook sales database for our exercise file. Mine is open here. Look at this. I'm going to double click on this RPT invoice, and you can see that here in this field a little bit extra spacing is added by mistake, so we can trim this. Let's move to the design view, click in this CSV field and open the property sheet, go to data, and in the control source, in the text field, in the built-in function, go to the text function and look for the trim. Here is the trim. Sorry, this is something extra added by mistake. I want this trim function. We want to give here the square bracket. CSZ is the field name. So that's it. We don't want further expression. Click OK and run the report. Here we can see that the extra spaces is removed by the trim function. So this is how you can use the trim function, which is a text function which required a string, which required an argument as a string. And another function which is important called Formate function, and it is the biggest function, I think. This is the format of the Formate function. Formate an expression, we need the field from table, and the format is this is the format. Name formats, for example, format numbers is a general number, format number is currency, format number is fixed, decimal, format number is standard, format number is percent, and format number is scientific. Now look at this. The date and time function is user defined formats. Here is the setting and here is the description. And if we see in the format, in this, the first day of the week and the first week of the year, in this we see that we can change the year to Y, and Q is for quarter, M is for displaying month, Y is to format a day of year, D is day, W is weekday, WW is week, H is hour, N is minute, S is second. So these are the formats that we can use with the date function. Go further. Now look at this. Suppose if we give in our expression and the first day of the week is 1, then it will be considered Sunday is the first day, or 2 is for Monday, 3 is for Tuesday, 4 is for Wednesday, 5 is for Thursday, 6 is for Friday, 7 is for Saturday. So according to this format, this first day of week, if you give here 1 like this, computer will understand that you want the Sunday, the default first day of the week, and if you give 2 in the expression, it will be Monday. Next, the same way, first week of the year start with week in which January 1 occurs. This is default. If in this format, first week of the year, you give this value 1, then by default it will count it on and start with week in which January 1 occurs. That week will be the first week of the year. No matter if for example, if January occur in a week where start with week in which January 1 occurs. So this would be the first week, and first 4 days to start with the first week that has at least 4 days in new year. You can use also this option, or you can use this option. We be first full week. 3 start with first full week of the year. So this is how we write our expression. So the format expression. So let's practice it in Microsoft Access. So we are in the same database in Microsoft Access, Ccur on sales, and here is a query QRY new price. QRY new price. Double click this. We have displayed the field book ID, book title, release date, retail price, and new price. Move to the design view. Pull this hand a little bit up that we can see it clearly. So we want here a brand new field here. We need to print here, to type here new price 2, and then the column, begin it with Formate, open parenthesis, the field reference, retail price, square bracket close, and 2 times 1.2. And now, according to the format of this function, we need to type here, and format this as currency, and close the quotation mark. With this, let's see this in a expression builder to see it clearly. New price 2, format, open parenthesis, open square bracket, retail price into 1.2, comma, quotation, format type is currency, and the first day of the week and the first week of the year we left them by in the default. We don't want to change them. Let them be the default value. Okay, run the query, and here you can see that the new field is displayed. But if you can notice, it is that the numbers are most of the time, or you can say always, in the right side of the column, and text is in the left side of the column. And we can see that these, even though apparently they are looking numeric numbers, so in simple what we can say that the text is formatted, the field is formatted as text because of this currency format. So there's one way of writing our format function. So if we run the query again, we can see that the field is formatted as text. To find out and check it, let's click here and open this total button, and you can see that for this field here we have only two options, none and count, and this is available for the text field, and for the date field little bit more functions are available, and for this numeric field few more options are available. So this is what happened because of this currency format. and fifth, this field is a numeric field. So now that we know about the format of the formate function, let us a little bit practice more about the formate function as we have done the currency. Let's do some more practice. Let me open this QRY format function query. There are three fields: book title, quantity, and transaction date. Let's move to the design view. Open a brand new field. Write your expression here. Month, format, square bracket open, transaction date, comma, quotation, M, quotation, and the rest of the two field, first day of the week and first week of the year, we left them as default. Let's see. Apparently have extracted the month part of the format with the help of the format function. With the user defined function, we use the M for the month. Let's go back to the design view and add another field. Year, column, format, open square bracket, open parenthesis, open square bracket, transaction date, close this, comma, quotation, y, 4-digit year, and close the parenthesis. Click outside of the function and run the query. Here we can see that we have extracted the year part. Now we can do with this, for example, we want the month 3 and we want the year 2007. Now if we run this criteria, we will get the month of March and the year 2007. And the same way we can do we can enter the month from 1 to 12 and we can enter any year. For example, now to run this query, the data is not looking meaningful because it does not make any sense that we want to see our data in this way. But we will have to write a little bit more command in the criteria, make it a question, enter month from 1 to 12 and enter year from 2007 to 2007 dash 2010. Now when we run the query, we got this parameter value because the query has turned into a parameter query. Entered 3. Okay, let's see here, there is a little bit mistake. Enter here from this and delete this quotation mark. Now when we run the query, enter March as a month, enter year is 2007 and run the query. Okay, and you can see that we got our desired data. Now to understand that this is month and this is year, we have given a title here, because in Microsoft Access we have a facility to get a month with the help of the Formate M function or the date part month part function, but we get the month from in a format of numeric from 1 to 12. So that's how we can make this very useful. If we run it one more time and we get here, for example, 5, okay, and we get here 2009, see if there is any transaction available in this date. So there are few transactions that we can see that they are in the month of 5 and the 2009. So if we can hide these two fields and we run the query, we will still receive the parameter like this. For month, enter 5, and for year, enter 2009, and got the data. And now it is more meaningful that we have got in the month of May 2009 this sale. So we can make this kind of queries which can give us a specific data. I hope you understand, guys, this. So let's close this query and get back to the QRY new price query. As we have used here the format retail price and formatted that as currency, and we can do a little bit more with this. There is also one format currency function, and name, let me give the name of the field, new price 3 column format currency field parenthesis square bracket and retail price close square bracket into 1.2, and we are going to left all the other field is by default, for example the decimal places and the other argument that's are available. So close this and run the query once again. So we have got the same result, that the data is aligned and the left side of the field. Let's practice one more math conversion function. Let's do this in the expression builder. Function, built-in function, conversion, Ccur, and Ccur we have to give the same expression, which is beginning with the square bracket, retail price, double click this, and to 1.2. That's it. Press OK. Just change the name it to the new price 4. Let's run the query. Now look at this. This one is the right one. The data is aligned to the right side in the column, which is exactly the numeric field. If you want to apply some numerical built-in function on this, we can apply it. For example, sum, average, count, maximum, minimum, standard deviation, where it is applied. But for this is not available. Well, we have certainly covered a lot of ground in this video, and to see what we have covered, as you can see that we have covered the introduction to functions. What is function? Uses for functions, function categories, using functions, basic date time functions, now function, date function, month function, year function, and in the text function size we also learn how to concatenation, though there is not available the exact wording of concatenation, but we can do it with the ampersand and with the plus sign. The lowercase function, the uppercase function, left function, right function, trim function, format function, conversion and math function. We did a currency function, we did a format currency function, and we did not do the round function, but we'll do it in the next lesson, the round function. I hope you guys understand and you will appreciate this lesson. This is a little bit lengthy lesson, but we have covered, you can see, a lot of ground in this lesson. And guys, if you are new to my channel, you are welcome, and you are requested to subscribe my channel and like my video. See you in my next video.